Hello everyone, my name is Mitsuki Tamashiro. This time I am going to introduce my pilgrimage of Zen Buddhism, temples in Kyoto. Zen Buddhism is a type of Buddhism that came from China. This Buddhism is focused on doing meditation, which is called Zazen in Japanese. In this pilgrimage, I visited 4 temples, which are called Gozan Jusetsu, which refers to the 5 most powerful temples in Kyoto about more than 500 years ago. The purpose of this pilgrimage is to explore them and find out why they are powerful and what they have in common. So first place I visited is the Tenryuji. This is the main gate of Tenryuji. Tenryuji is located in Arashiyama, a place famous for its bamboo forest and beautiful sights such as Togetsukyo. So as you can see, this temple is surrounded by forest and is full of nature, which is the reason why many people visit this temple. So this is the inside of the main building of Tenryuji. Here you can see some traditional arts such as these dragons on Fusuma, which is the traditional door of Japan. This pond is popular among tourists for its beauty. As you can see, it's very huge. There are some rooms where people do meditation like this. This temple also has a small garden which expresses the beauty of the nature, like this. And as you can see, there is a small river in the garden, so that it looks more realistic. And now I move on to the next temple, Ryoanji. So Ryoanji is located near Kinkakuji, which is famous for its golden building. Ryoanji has a famous big gate, but this time I used this small gate. This temple also has a huge pond like this one, so I think it may be quite common for Zen temples to have a pond to express its precious nature. This is Sekitei, which means a garden made of sand in Japanese. This is one of the national heritage of Japan. So this is the end of the part of Ryoanji, so I will introduce Shokokuji next. Shokokuji is a temple located next to Gosho, which is the former house of Japanese emperor. So this is the entrance of Shokokuji. Since there was no exhibition, I walked through the temples. The building you can see on the right side is Doshisha University. So I think this temple is deeply connected to the local people. Even though this temple is free of nature, I could tell its walls and plants are taken care of very well. As you saw right now, there is a house in this temple, which sounds strange, but it's very common for the temples to have buildings where their monks can live. However, Shokokuji's buildings are more, I think, modernized compared to other temples. So this sign says do not harm her, so I will encourage this. So this is the main building of Shokokuji, where monks train themselves. And surprisingly, there was this story which is supposed to be in shrine, not temple. There was also a big kane. The sign on this building says Yokushitsu, which means shower room in Japanese. And what is surprising is that this building got registered as a cultural heritage. There was also a nursery school in this temple, which is quite surprising. I suppose this temple considers the connection between local people and them is significant. So this is the road that leads to the other end of the temple. As you can tell, this temple is very huge, maybe huger than Dosha University. So the last place I visited for this pilgrimage is Kenniji, located near from Gion Shijo Station. Oh, actually, it is very hard to go to this temple since it requires more than 5 minutes walk only in the station. And Kenniji is a very crowded place since it is close to Gion, a place famous for its road, traditional building, and Michael. And many people use this temple as a place to relax. On this temple, there are many luxury restaurants popular among tourists. This is one of the main gates of Kenniji. However, unfortunately, it was not allowed to film a video, so I'm going to show some pictures. This is Sekte of... oh no, this time explains some rules. And this is a picture of Sekte of Kenniji. Like Ryoanji, it was very beautiful, but the most overwhelming thing I could see in this temple is this one. There was a huge dragon on the really high roof, and luckily I was able to see Fujin Raijin's Byobu, as you may know, which is one of the most famous natural heritage of Japan. This is the end of my pilgrimage video. I found many similarities among the temples I visited, such as the use of nature, the Sekte, the pond, and the cultural heritage. Through this pilgrimage, I learned that we have to be responsible for these beautiful heritages and protect them, as they are what ancestors have left. As this is the end, thank you for listening.